Welcome to the Revenge of Podcast, your weekly podcast for all things Revenge of and more. I'm Jeff Iser. Joining me as always is Coral Braden.
Yellow.
And Joe Myers.
Hello, hello.
Oh, Coral, you look so much older and wiser.
I feel it.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Did a lot of people sing happy birthday to you on Sunday?
No.
No.
I think it was just, well, you left, yeah. Molly and Kinsey were being sneaky gals, and they came in and sung me happy birthday.
Yeah. I did get that. I saw a video of that. I wasn't there at the time, but I reposted the video, thank God.
Yeah, thank God. Otherwise, it would have been lost to the internet.
To the ether. Yeah.
One guy did come in and he said, he told me happy birthday, and he was like, do I have to sing? I was like, no, I'll give you more tokens if you don't.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I really wanted you to have to pay everyone $1 for singing happy birthday to you.
Singing happy birthday is such like an awkward thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate it so much. I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah, it's kind of the point.
It's a long song too, which is unnecessary.
Yeah. It's also we could sing it on here and not have to pay royalties anymore.
That's true.
I mean, we're not going to because it's not your birthday anymore.
Thank God, yeah.
But you know, I'm glad you chose to celebrate it with us.
Yeah, it was a great day. Yeah. I don't know, hanging out.
It was kind of a slow day. Your birthday's not always on Easter, right? No.
I think, is this the first time it's on Easter?
I think so.
I did hear something that it involves like crystal bullshit.
Yeah.
Where the sun or the moon is like in resurrection. What is the word, y'all? You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
It just Ravnica moves back.
Ravnica remastered?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, interesting. I have no idea what you're talking about. But we're not on video yet, but I wish we were, because then people would notice that I brought you a bunch of crystals from my back desk to make you feel more at home in here. I don't know what any of them do, but they're sitting on this thing which resets them.
You already had these?
Yeah, I already had these.
Why are you such a crystal?
Sometimes you go through things, you know what I mean? And for us, this was like, I believe we got all these crystals in February of 2020.
Okay.
So, you know how that ended.
Yeah, you just wake up and like, I think I'm going to go get some rocks.
I think what happened was we were like, you know what, we got to like turn this business around. Let's get a bunch of like mysticism going. And so we got a ton of crystals, one like this amount. We got a ton of crystals, one for each person's desk that was about this amount of crystals, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 crystals, and a little, whatever this is called.
A recharger. Okay.
But I think what happened was that concentration of that much energy in one space blew a hole in the space-time continuum and launched us into the COVID dimension. So I apologize for that.
I have to yawn, sorry.
Yawn away, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to apologize to you.
That's probably the gayest thing about you.
Yeah?
Yeah, your crystals.
Yeah? I'll show you something gay. Touch this one, though. You're going to like that. I don't know. I don't remember what it does, but it's nice.
Oh, wow. I feel that.
Do you feel it vibrating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to take that
It's
with
actually
me,
a dildo. It's a little tiny vibrator.
You know what would have been crazy? I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, right. It actually could
be.
Yeah.
Just a little pocket rocket.
I don't remember what that one is for, but it's quite lovely. Fits in your hand real nice. Yeah. Maybe Molly could explain all these to you.
I don't think I want her to do that. I like her right now.
Oh, you do?
You know? I think if she started talking to crystals,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Thanks.
What you doing over there, Joe? It's like you're just
Well, I was looking it up. Easter falls on the first Sunday after the first full moon that occurs on or after the vernal equinox.
That's basically what I said.
That's a bunch of bullshit, is whatever it is. Whatever you just said. The vernal equinox?
Yeah, which is spring.
No. I don't trust it. Although today is Mercury Retrograde.
Uh-oh.
Day 1.
Wait, today or Monday was?
Today, the 1st.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Monday, the 1st.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're living it now.
Yeah, so, don't go on vacation for a month.
I leave in the morning.
That's right. You leave on Thursday morning. Shit. This is going to be a rough week, you guys. We got a lot.
It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be an interesting week. We're going to be a little short-staffed, and we're going to be, who knows what's going to happen,
These guys know what to do. They're fine.
Yeah?
The ones listening, they'll figure it out.
Yeah? All right.
That's true.
You mean the people that come in to buy stuff?
Yeah, the people.
They'll know what to do.
Yeah, they'll know.
Yeah. It's business as usual for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They just have to be maybe a little more patient
Mm-hmm.
at times.
Mm.
Although they're a pretty patient bunch. I wouldn't say there's any impatient. Well, there's a few impatient people,
There's a
but
few impatient. Yeah.
for the most part, it's pretty patient.
Do you want to say their names? Who they're impatient?
Names.
Yeah, we'll list their names out real quick. We'll put that on our Patreon on the OnlyFans. Which I'm actually. So we were talking about starting an OnlyFans on the stream last week.
Okay.
And I'm sure Kenzie filled you in. I posted a reel of like a highlight when we were talking about it.
Mhm.
But we were like, maybe we should start an OnlyFans where it's basically like the Tuesday night stream, but we just show the polybag stuff. So we show all the pussy and all the titty and all the weenuses and the booty holes.
So you'll say pussy and titties, but you'll go with weenuses?
Yeah.
So weird. I kind of like that. I think that's
Yeah.
pretty funny.
I think it's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
And then we could charge like $4.99 a month, and we could show off, and we could show the hentai collection.
Yeah.
You know, I would of course do it shirtless, just because you want to butter those.
Well,
rolls
we
a
want
little.
people to watch.
Are you
Yeah,
going to read
exactly.
the hentai?
No.
Do you
God
read
damn-
Oh,
hentai?
could you do the reading?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could read it.
See? Yeah.
That's a great idea, even because it's
I don't think you could read it. I
Without
think you would. Yeah, I think you
laughing?
would lose it.
yeah. Maybe that's the beauty of it. You know, maybe that's where the comedy lies.
I don't know. I want it to be real.
Like,
Don't laugh.
Do
Be
all the
so
voices.
serious. Yes.
it'll be like an episode of Drunk
It's
History.
just you and Scott reading different
reading
characters.
hentai. Oh God, it's like my worst nightmare. But
$4.99
somebody,
though.
yeah, I mean $4.99 is $4.99.
I'll do it for $4.99.
Yeah, no shit. All right,
How often are we getting like polybags? Is that like
not often
Not
enough.
often. That's why we'd have to offset it with the manga.
Yeah, well, I mean, we would have to once Gun Honey comes out. I'm sure Gun Honey has a polybag, right?
You know, I don't know. It's Titan, so I'm not entirely sure it does.
Shit. Well, we're gonna have to ramp up our polybag ordering, so specifically so
right.
we can do our OnlyFans polybag show.
Here we go.
But-
American mythology and Arctic press.
Yeah, I mean, we could do so. All right, we already have two shows then. One's gonna be, I want to call it polybagged,
Mm-hmm.
right? That one's just showing the polybag covers and waxing poetic about them.
Mhm.
And the other one can be hentai hour.
Okay, and you're gonna do, but they're not. You when you subscribe, you get access to both.
Well, I don't know how OnlyFans works.
you don't?
I mean, it's not like Patreon where there's different levels. I think you just although I think you can pay extra for exclusive content
I don't know.
for some
I think.
people.
I mean, Patreon's not a bad way to go though, because
Uh-huh.
you can do the different levels, and we
Yeah.
could put a podcast.
I think you could
in
do
there.
that on Instagram.
We could put in the unedited podcast from last week.
Oh my god! But then that's just Coral saying all kinds of nasty things.
Whoa. You started that. Alopecia. Goddamn.
Goddamn! Just because I was just talking about Cher's bald one time.
Out again.
Yeah, jeez. Of
Wait, have y'all ever been on OnlyFans? I'm afraid.
course, I've been on. Everyone's been on OnlyFans.
I've never been on OnlyFans.
Really?
I've been shown one, and I was like, okay, but like if you were like, dude, I don't
Does
know.
Molly have
It's
an
just-
OnlyFans?
It's just paid content. It's like,
That's it?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a Patreon, but it's a different platform.
Yeah.
Patreon probably I think they censor what can be on Patreon to an extent.
Yeah, OnlyFans you can put whatever you want. Although they do censor some stuff. There's
Yeah.
I
I think there's like,
think you
I don't
can't
know.
break the law essentially.
Okay.
And then I think there's other things though that you can't show. Like I don't think
I
you can,
imagine
like,
that you can't do like violence.
I don't think you can smoke weed or
really.
I'm not entirely sure. I remember reading something on Twitter once about like things you can't
What,
do.
what do you mean? You can literally suck dick and show puss, but you can't smoke weed on OnlyFans?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
that seems a
natural.
little- that
That's
seems a little-
natural.
Weed is natural.
Okay,
you
I'm
know?
gonna Google
Like,
it real quick. What can't you do on OnlyFans?
Murder.
Definitely. I definitely think there's probably a violence component.
Okay, incest, obviously, violence, abduct, content theft, what? Bestiality, drugs, necrophilia. I mean, these are all like obvious.
Obviously,
things.
yeah.
What content can't you post on OnlyFans? This is a Quora. Quora? Is that a website?
Quora, yeah. Quora.
Content that promotes violence, hate speech, or discrimination. Content that is copyrighted or trademarked without the permission of the owner. Content that is
Content.
illegal or harmful in any way. Rape,
Oh, yeah.
obviously, animal cruelty, violence, hate speech. Oh, no pirates, it says.
I would be
What?
I would be really how do you think they police hate speech? That's an interesting one
I
because it's
mean,
behind a paywall.
probably AI. That's how Facebook does it. That's why
Well,
they're
it's not very effective on Facebook.
I think that it's very fast and loose with what they consider hate speech. You know what I
Isn't
mean?
some people like into hate speech? Or are we talking about something
Oh,
different?
show. I guess. I don't think that's hate speech. Like people want to get like they want you to be like you're worthless. Like
Yeah.
that's like I hate you speech, not like you know, denigrating minorities or anything like
yeah.
Oh. Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hate
people-
speech is like, you know, God hates fags, stuff like that.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it depends on your God, I suppose. Yeah, so what do you think? Should we do one
For the polybag and the
for the store? I think that would be
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
funny.
no. Yeah, I think that's funny.
We'll see.
I think we have to choose platforms carefully.
yeah. I mean, you can do like a subscription thing on Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's paid for. I just don't know what you could show on there because I want to be able to show and weenuses.
But like artful.
Yeah, but like, you know,
Tasteful weenus.
Yeah.
tasteful weenuses and just regular
Again, we just have to check platforms and make sure that that's our platform.
sounds
too.
like too much work for me. I'm out. I'm out.
I will be really excited to see what type of people and who, because we can see who would be on our OnlyFans, right? Who
I assume
subscribe.
so.
I would be really excited to see who
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah.
I think we could probably do quite a bit of it even on like Patreon if we wanted to.
I just didn't want the only thing that I actually worry about with the OnlyFans, the only thing is that would we get dinged for advertising an OnlyFans on Instagram?
Probably.
That's the only thing. Although I see lots of people that advertise their OnlyFans on Instagram, but I
They
don't
hide
know
it
if
behind
it's
like a link tree and all that jazz.
No, I see there's like some people on my Instagram that are just like, check out my OnlyFans on their stories and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I've
I'm
seen-
sure you're like that. I'm sure half the ladies on yours are doing that.
No.
Sorry, three quarters of the ladies.
You know, I actually looked and was like, I don't look at ladies on Instagram.
Yeah.
And then Scott showed me his explore page, and I was like, Scotty.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like tentacles and all kinds of
Yeah,
crazy
it
shit.
was literally tentacles and ladies. And he was like, look at that. And I was like, no.
Yeah. What does yours look like? Just UFC?
I think so. It's like UFC, probably something.
It's all Conor McGregor fan accounts.
Mine's probably like sneakers and fucking I've never even looked at it's all bearded men and tattoos.
Oh, yeah. I got Renee Rapp and Street Beef Scrapyard.
Yeah. Oh, Renee Rapp, you say?
Street beef.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like these guys that put a cage in their backyard. And
Yeah.
if you have a problem with someone, y'all have a mutual agreement and meet in this yard and beat the shit out of each other.
Can I sidestep topics for just 1 second?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I was just on we just got a job, thank God, doing a big challenge show, like a
Mhm.
competition show.
Yep.
For NBC. And we had our first Peacock, not NBC, Peacock. And we had our first meeting about it. And one of the challenges they're calling the mud tunnel. And it took everything in my entire body to not be like, I got one of those for you.
My first explore page,
Oh yeah.
top left
Tattoos.
corner.
Oh no,
It's
Kristen
Bella.
Stewart.
There's a mud tunnel.
Yeah,
Oh,
anyway. They're like, this
no.
one's called Mud Tunnel. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
this is a great idea.
What does that mean? Like, are they wanting you to build a tunnel and it's just full of mud and you basically.
We probably can't talk.
I
too
can't
much
really
about
talk
it.
about it, but it's a tunnel that involves mud.
Okay, well, my guess, just my guess, I feel like I can talk about it. It's just,
Yeah, sure.
you know, those tunnels you have under your driveway?
Uh-huh.
That's it. And they're just full of mud and you just crawl through it. Mud tunnel.
I mean, that's sure. Yeah.
TV is just stupid.
Yeah, TV's pretty stupid. It's pretty stupid. Yeah, TV's so hard right now. It's so dumb. They're like trying to take all of the shows to like Europe. Apparently, there's
Yeah.
a big show that you not you used to work on, the other one that's similar to the one you used to work on that our friend Pam works on.
Yeah.
They're like talking about moving it to Ireland.
Yeah. Everything's moving to Ireland right now.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Give it a couple years, they're going to unionize too.
Yeah,
Because
didn't they start the whole union thing?
Ireland?
Aren't those Irish people the ones who like unionized
I mean,
over here?
in America, in New York, I don't know if Irish people in New York were specifically
Don't
the
cry.
only ones, but you know,
Yeah.
anytime someone's trying to take advantage of someone else, there's power in numbers.
Yeah.
Until those numbers kick everyone out, and then
Yeah, that's why they're like, fuck it, let's take all the TV abroad. If you guys are fine, you guys are gonna be dicks about it, and you want your
fine.
money.
You want a working wage, insurance,
Yeah.
the ability to like save for the future. Fuck you.
Fuck you guys. We're going to Europe.
That's
We're going to
right.
Ireland. Where they don't give a fuck about anything except potatoes and whiskey.
Well, they didn't care about
And
potatoes.
donkeys.
Potatoes were a mark of the genocide that British perpetrated against the Irish people. I wouldn't put the two of those together
So
voluntarily.
do they not eat them?
That was all they had to eat, but it wasn't all the food that was available in the country.
Well, they're still delicious.
I love potatoes and whiskey.
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Mm,
Are you
Yeah.
Irish?
probably.
You got blue eyes and blonde hair. You're probably German or Irish.
Yeah. One of them.
Yeah. I'm Irish. I found that out like semi recently.
Thought you were Japanese.
I am Japanese. I'm a
Oh.
quarter Japanese.
A quarter. Yeah.
And like half Irish?
Half Irish?
I don't know. And like a quarter Norwegian also.
I think aren't we all that? Like just white people in general? Aren't we all like either?
We're all a mess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're either like Irish or not really Scottish, Irish or like British.
Yeah.
Some bullshit. I don't know.
European.
European
Now
nuts.
I got to order a you and me 31, whatever.
Oh,
is
you're
that?
gonna. I'll tell you what though. You do that, you watch out
Yeah.
because I had I found a sister
Eh?
that I didn't know about.
Oh, I just found out that I have a sister.
Really?
Another sister. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know what her name is, where she is, but she's out there.
Heyo. What's up, girl?
And I didn't have to pay $60 to figure that out.
Really?
Is her name Dora?
Why?
Well, because Dora.
Coral and Dora, the Explorer. Are we talking about
Ooh.
Avatar here?
Dora was the other fish in Finding Nemo.
That's a Dory?
Oh, was it Dory?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a terrible joke.
Yeah, it'll end up on the floor.
Oh, good. Good. Let's talk about television since we're talking about television. What are we watching right now? So, Joe and I are watching Manhunt, which I affectionately call Mancunt.
Mm-hmm.
It's what?
Do that one more time.
Joe and I are watching Manhunt, which I affectionately call Manhunt. Anyway, Joe and I are watching. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. Third time's the charm. Let's go.
Joe and I are watching Manhunt on Apple Plus, which is the Abraham Lincoln show about John Wilkes Booth, and then they're like hunting down John Wilkes Booth. But we're watching it because our very close friend Patton Oswalt is in it, playing Detective Lafayette Baker. That's his name.
The rat.
Yeah, we're watching it. I don't know. He's going to be on the show. Well, this airs after our Tuesday show, but he's going to be on the show on Tuesday, or was on the show this Tuesday. And I wanted to be able to speak eloquently about his dramatic turn in Manhunt. It's interesting. It's a lot of beard acting, not specifically from Patton, but it's like beard and wigs. You know, the one guy is like, "I'm Abraham Lincoln.
Oh,
See."
God.
By
Right.
my beard or my top hat.
I'm having a little bit of a hard time because everyone looks just close enough to their normal selves
Yeah.
that it keeps my brain kind of going like, that's someone.
Yeah, like the main guy is from Game of Thrones, and I keep like picturing him in Game of Thrones, but I can't quite like lock down what part he was. And
It's not Jon Snow.
no,
No, he was Edmund Tully. He's Lady Stark's brother.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I said.
Okay.
What are you watching on TV right now?
I tried to watch that Jennifer Lopez thing.
Oh fuck! You told us to watch the beginning of it. I didn't get a
just
chance.
5 minutes. The
Yeah.
This Is Me Now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What the fuck? That is, and like I didn't even do drugs for that, and I should have.
Really?
That was insane.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense because I thought it was her documentary,
Mhm.
which is a documentary, but through her expression of music, yeah,
Yeah.
it's bad. And I'm like, honey, I know you don't sound like that when you sing. I know that that's not her body moving because in
Yeah.
some of these parts, it just looks like a floating head on a like
Yeah.
CGI,
I mean, she's
whatever.
like 55 or something.
It's please give me 5 minutes of that and let me know because
All right.
I couldn't help.
I'll check it out. We did have a hot take the other stream from Kenzie that J-Lo would make a very good Letty's mom in Fast and Furious.
Yeah. Yeah, she really would. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Okay, well, send it to who is it? The writers, you know them. You're in TV.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
However
Send it right over.
movies work with J-Lo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're putting it out in this podcast, and
Yeah.
like the millions of people that listen to this will surely start a petition of some kind.
Yeah. Change.org.
Yeah. Yeah. We only have 2 more episodes left in our Fast and Furious arc before we gotta shake it up format wise around here. But I guess let's just dive right in, shall we? Ooh.
Gonna miss it when it's gone.
Daddy. Ooh. It hits so good, which
Does
we
it?
didn't even hear that in this movie either. I didn't realize they didn't start doing that again until 10 with
Did
the
they not?
sound
Did they
cue.
not do it right at the very end of 9?
No.
Okay.
No, 10 they use it a bunch, which you'll see, but like they didn't use it in 9. We watched 9 last night.
Okay.
So did you,
Yes.
which is how you celebrated your birthday.
Yeah.
Was-
9 was probably my least favorite. I thought the soundtrack was so bad. There were so many things where I just like felt like they were running out of ideas.
They went to space.
Okay, well, it wasn't like you thought. It was like I thought it was going to be crazier,
Yeah.
and it really wasn't.
Yeah, I think after watching it again last night, I think 8 slaps harder for sure.
Oh yeah.
Than 9.
Mhm.
9, when we saw it at the time, I think was really good, but 10 shits all over 9 and 8.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Big time. Yeah.
9. I will say like the villain thing that goes on in 9 is a little too convoluted.
Yeah. It
Mhm.
doesn't have the same like I don't want to say comedy, but just the same I don't know. It was missing since it didn't have The Rock or Jason Statham. It was kind of like missing that.
Yeah, it wasn't. I didn't think it was that funny, and it was
Yeah.
not enough catchphrases. Like first, there's too many. Now I don't get any. Like
Yeah.
You know, it kind of took itself maybe even a little too serious, for
Mhm.
something that involved shooting a Pontiac Fiero into space.
Yeah. Yeah.
which there's so much. Okay, I don't even know where to start.
Yeah, why don't you take
Let's
this away?
go to the beginning.
Yes.
The intro was okay. A little like
What happens in the intro?
well, you see Dom's dad,
Mhm.
and then
Oh yeah, we go back and we see
you go in time, and then his dad gets into a wreck, which that crash scene is insane.
Yeah.
I was like, he's still flipping.
Yeah, it's like
And
Final
then-
Destination.
Yeah, now he's on fire. It was insane. But then I do like how they're just living on a farm, the little farm life.
Yeah.
That was cute.
Yeah, with Lil B.
Yeah,
And I will
B.
say young Jacob, no. Yeah, young
Mhm.
Jacob and young Dom,
Mm.
both really well cast, I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah.
I
can
did
see
like
that.
that. Yeah.
Did you see the in one of the flashbacks you saw young Mia and young Letty? You remember that?
No, where were they?
Yeah, it was in the scene where Dom just gets out of prison and he goes to race Jacob and he
No.
yeah, and he rolls up with his crew, Dom does, and it's got young Mia, young Letty, and then there's young the dude who
Was in 3 and
he was
or
in
what,
1
4.
and then he showed up again in 4.
Okay.
He was like the guy
muscle guy with the tattoos.
The guy that got jealous of
Yeah.
Brian.
Yeah, and then in 4 he lived in like Brazil or something.
I thought that was 5.
Was
that
it
might have been
5?
5.
Ooh, you don't even know your movies.
It's hard
anymore.
to keep him straight. I mean, now you know. Anyway, he had like his young crew with him, which is kind of funny.
I don't know how they didn't catch that. I thought it was just him by himself.
They don't say anything.
Yeah.
He doesn't acknowledge them. They're just
Okay.
standing behind him.
And they're all
it's
like they're
all the
all
right
like
ages.
wearing wardrobe that is like reminiscent of like
Uh-huh.
how they usually look.
Which is kind of weird because I was looking at whenever he got there, I was like, these kids are in high school.
Yeah.
Like, these are
know.
babies, and it just looks weird because in the first one, well, in all of them, it's just these girls' ass titties all over their cars, and now it's like you're 15 and 16. Don't do that here.
Yeah. It is funny.
Totally.
None of those characters are ass out or
It's
anything.
Letty.
Yeah.
Letty is the one who does the
She does
go.
the light.
Oh, that is Letty?
That's supposed to be Letty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I'm not gonna rewatch it. I'm just gonna Google that. I'm gonna Google that. But what else? How crazy it is that they're all fucking secret agents.
Yeah.
And it's like this Mr. Nobody is like reaching out to these drivers, and then why do they even have to do this anymore?
Yeah.
Like you have what?
Nothing. It was something Jeff and I had talked about last night. We thought that by the end of this movie, you see Mr. Nobody again. You do not.
Mm-mm. I mean, they're all secret agents now. That's just like the bottom line. Like they're a team that has gone on missions and is now this like government team. This is what it is.
Okay.
It's been that way for 4 movies.
I still just don't get it. I'm
Yeah.
just like the qualifications.
Yeah.
I want to see y'all's resume.
Who do they even
before
work
this.
for?
Yeah, that's what I don't know.
I know.
But
It doesn't even sound like they work for Mr. Nobody
They're
necessarily.
just international
they're just like,
spies. That's just is what it is.
they're just international drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
There was a lot more
resources.
driving in this movie, I think, than the last couple movies.
yeah.
I just felt that way. Like towards the end, I felt like there was more driving.
Yeah, and that fucking magnet scene with
Yeah.
the cars. Okay, relax. That's hundreds of cars. The death toll has to be insane.
Yeah.
'Cause it's
Hopefully
just-
nobody's in those cars. As
Yeah,
they're, like,
it's-
magnetically throwing themselves.
Well,
at
not only
the-
that, they throw a car through a like store at one point.
Yeah, to
into
catch
the
Jacob.
Yeah, to catch
Yeah.
Jacob. He was in that. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
I
though.
know. I
Sorry,
can't help it. There's
Sorry.
just so much. Okay, back to the farm. We're on the farm.
Can we just first say that what you told us before we started recording is normally you take 10 milligrams of edibles, and yet last night you took 100 milligrams before watching this. So
yeah.
continue with your notes.
Yeah. So I usually take 10, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna take this whole thing.
It was my
Which-
birthday.
Yeah, which I should have thought about because it cost $9 for one,
Mhm.
and edibles are not expensive but not cheap. I was like, that's good quality. It was not. There was a lot of times where I had to stop because I got a Roomba,
Mhm.
and I was really into setting that up in the middle of the night. And so as they're driving cars, I'm also hearing shoo, 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 shoo. And this is my Roomba going around talking to me. And I'm like, where am I? And Molly's just head back, just gone.
Knocked out.
Oh, where do we got food from Smashed Buns.
Ooh.
I thought you would
Smashed buns.
that would relate to you in your life. But
yeah, it does.
it was pretty fucking good. It was
Yeah.
nice.
We got to introduce you to Nikki Cakes sometime.
Oh God, Nikki Cake. I've shown her Nikki Cakes.
Oh, yeah?
That's
Mhm.
it's the one where it's like just cookies, but it's the lady like, look at my booty cheeks.
Yeah.
And look at the frosting all over this peach.
real cake. I love
Yeah.
it. But yeah, I had a good time, but also a terrible time with that edible.
Yeah.
Alright,
This is
alright.
really bad.
Alright.
But it did make me sad on the farm that
Yeah.
if Paul Walker wouldn't have died, I feel like they would all been together.
Yeah.
right?
Oh, like they would have had a little compound.
Yeah, right there. And I was just like, that's kind of depressing. Because
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know, like, and then Mia pops up.
I know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, why are you here?
She was pretty great this I keep wanting to say episode, but this movie, I think she played a good part. I mean, they wanted to get her back in on everything,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and like she kind
And
of
it makes
held her
sense.
own.
If you're bringing in Dom's brother, you should.
Yeah,
bring
because
in
it's
Mia.
his yeah.
I don't know. Nah, she's just whatever to me.
I think it's a stretch to be like, like Brian's watching the kids. Like he's a fucking FBI agent. He's the only one with formal training. Why is he watching the kids and you're not?
well, they're all secret and they're international spies. Like you said, at some point of
true.
these movies, they've been having training. I
Yeah.
guess.
Mia
God.
got some training too.
Yeah,
she
she
was
was
fucking
kicking ass. I'm like,
Yeah.
you weigh like 102 pounds. Chill the fuck
she,
out.
She can fling a frying pan though.
How- yeah.
When they were in Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Tokyo?
See, okay. Also, how many times are they going to exchange that necklace? If they
There's
take off,
so many. Is this like some weird family heirloom thing? They all have it.
Around the time that Fast X came out, I may or may not have been looking into like purchasing one, and you can get them out there.
don't you do that?
Why not?
If you could pop into Revenge Up with one of those on, I'm just going to no. You're going to get bullied.
I'm like family, huh?
Family, God.
Hilarious.
I just because I can't even keep up with it. And also, is this the one with the tracker?
Yeah, I know, right? Like how maybe
No, the tracker was not in this one.
No, but like presumably what she's saying is there's only one necklace, but then there was one that had a tracker. So did he have a bunch of the same necklace made? And at that point, then it's just a prop. It's not even like sentimental.
Well, I think the implication is there's only two.
One with the tracker and one without.
No.
One that Jacob
Well,
has
yes.
and one that Dom has.
Yeah.
Sure.
Unless Mia has one that we haven't seen, but it feels like it's a boys' club thing.
Yeah, she was left out for sure. They were at the track and she was by herself
Where was-
figuring
Probably,
out how to make mac and cheese.
home
or
ec
something.
class.
Yeah.
Swinging a frying pan, probably.
Yeah.
And then what? Dom doesn't want to leave. He doesn't want to go. He was like, things have changed. And then Letty's like, that's not us. And then she tries to sneak away. It's
Yeah.
kind of the same thing in all the movies.
Mhm.
And I'm just now it's like roles reversed. And I'm like,
Mhm.
just fucking go. Like, you know, you're going to go, Dom. Brian, we'll watch Little Brian. You know, it's just,
Yeah.
I did not like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The hook on the car was like, okay, when they were swinging through the
Mhm.
thing. And then Shaw would beat the shit out of Jacob, saying it right now.
True.
Money on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this one was important for a few reasons.
Mhm.
One, we got Han back.
Yeah.
And you know, although I hated his haircut in this one,
Mhm.
in the next one, he's got his regular hair from the other movies. So we got Han back. We established the Mr. Nobody organization a little bit more in
Yeah.
our in the mythology of everything. And you know, we got a little bit more backstory on Dom, which is fine. We got more Cypher,
With
which
a
was
fucking bowl
awesome.
cut. Chill out with that.
Yeah, but her shit was so good when she
love-
was
They take big swings with her hair in every
Yeah,
movie.
I
It's so
did-
fun.
Did thought that she died.
Mhm.
Well, that they did get me on that.
at the end
Yeah.
with the thing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh fuck. I was like, she really didn't have a major part in this. She was just in a psycho in a box.
Yeah.
They pulled
With
a
the bowl cut.
Twilight on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they did. They did. That was
She's
nice.
in 10. Her and I don't think you should watch the trailer for 10
No.
at all, but I will say that her and Letty have this epic fight scene.
I bet Letty's really happy about that.
Yeah.
It's beat the shit out of her. Hopefully, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Letty in 9 looked awesome. Like her hair was like really
Mhm.
cool. She looked like a badass. She's
Yeah.
also, we keep joking because she's like motorcycle Letty now.
Mhm.
She's always on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
When did that happen though?
A couple
That-
movies ago, she
Really?
started riding a motorcycle.
It was like the last movie. It was
I think it was 8.
Yeah.
She was motorcycle Letty.
Yeah. She started riding motorcycles more.
She does it in 10 also.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
maybe
is also,
maybe she's afraid of the cars after she got blown up.
she's like, I don't ride in the
I
cars.
don't want to do the cars.
She
He caught her with a fucking car again.
Yeah.
Why are they?
Yeah.
How many times are we gonna
Yeah.
catch this bitch with a car?
Dom's out here just catching people with the hood of his car. That
Yeah.
can't feel good.
No, but they're fine. And then I did like how the forehead guy, what's his name? Big forehead.
John Cena.
No, Tyrese.
Oh,
Oh God.
yeah,
What?
Tyrese.
Yeah,
Roman.
Roman. Yes, that he was like talking about how he got shot at and nothing.
Yeah.
There's no blood. There's no
Yeah.
anything. And I'm like, okay, so y'all are like making fun of it now,
Yeah,
right? Okay,
Yeah.
It was crazy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. I think that whole sequence was, I mean, I think there was really good action there was a lot to enjoy in this movie. Like
Mhm.
action sequences were cool. The Han stuff was cool. Like seeing some of the backstory was cool. I think overall it wasn't as enjoyable of a story as 8 or 7.
Mhm.
But
We had Queenie.
Queenie driving, Helen Mirren,
Yeah,
that was fucking awesome.
Oscar winner. Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I do like her character.
Yeah.
It's just enough. And with Han, I was excited to see him.
Yeah.
But then the more he kept talking, I was like, this is a little bit too much Han for me. But is he doing something bad? Because him and that hacker lady, whenever she sees him, it was like a weird interaction. And she was like, oh, don't know him. And then she didn't introduce herself. And then at the end, there's that end credit with Han.
Oh.
That scene with Han and Shaw,
Mm-hmm.
we go back to that scene like middle of Fast X, or
Yeah.
maybe it's the beginning
in
of
Fast X. That
Yeah.
that meetup.
Like why
happens.
that happens.
Okay, because I mean, Han should be pretty pissed at that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we resolve all that
Yeah.
in Fast X.
See, I love how there's so much like,
They do really good at this point setting things up.
Mhm.
And like they're like, oh wait, this can work as more of a mythology than
Mhm.
just people driving cars.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
guess the thing about 9 is that it was more or less a standalone story because it had this new tech in it with the satellite, and it had like new villains and shit like that. But then they kind of had like the same people, like tertiary people involved, like
Mhm.
Cypher, and then introducing Jacob. 10 goes back to like brings in a storyline from 5, and it like weaves a lot of these things back together. So I think that's why 10 is much more enjoyable.
I kind of wonder, the more I'm thinking about this, there was a throwaway line, kind of, that was in the movie that I turned to you and I asked
Mhm.
about. And I wonder, because we don't see payoff for that in this movie.
What line?
Letty in Tokyo
Tokyo.
is talking to Mia, and she just out of the blue makes some reference to we all have secrets, I guess. Like not involved in
Oh,
the context
yeah.
of anything.
They're both sitting there, and I think
Over a
the
bowl of
context.
ramen.
Yeah, that okay. First off, that scene when they sit down and they get the udon or whatever,
Mhm.
and then they just up and left it there. I was like,
Yeah.
aren't you bitches still hungry? They just got up and left because then they saw a Mexican flag in the window,
in someone's
and they were
apartment.
like, "That must be where we need to go."
which was in fucking sane.
It's insane.
Okay, speaking of Tokyo, Alabama Boy looks like shit.
I know.
And Bow Wow looks like he ate Alabama
I
Boy.
know. I kept calling the Alabama Boy Dallas Buyers Club.
Who's Dallas Buyers?
That was the movie where Matthew McConaughey was like dying of AIDS.
Oh.
What?
That's not funny.
Oh,
It's
sure.
so funny. Yeah, whenever they showed him, I was like, ooh, woo.
Yeah.
And also, aren't you supposed to be DK? And you're building a rocket on this, what'd you say, a Nissan?
Pontiac Fiero.
Fiera? God. What is that?
I don't know.
And they got this Asian Back to the Future guy with them.
Well, he was the friend.
Yeah, all three of those guys are from Tokyo Drift.
The whole thing at this point is that those guys' story is more close to the beginning to where we are in the story than any of the other movies, roughly, give or take.
Yeah, well, because the events of Han dying were at the end of 7, right? Because he wasn't in 8, so it was the end of the 7th movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's ostensibly when the Drift King thing happened.
Okay.
So it's only been like a year or
few
two
years.
since then.
Well, let's because Brian, little B, is 4 to 6.
Yeah.
So they've only been out of high school for
Yeah, they're supposed to be like 23 years old or
Yeah.
something. I know. They're trying hard with the I forget what his name is, Sean or something.
Oh, I forget. Yeah.
I don't know. They're trying really hard with that guy to make him look young.
Yeah, it was bad. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
And I thought he would be cool. Like, I don't know, you're in Tokyo now and you're like this Drift King guy and you're just in a Michael Myers jumpsuit and you're doing
Yeah.
drugs. Stop that.
I do like the moment where Roman or Tej is like, Dom sent us, and they all look, and then they go, who?
For 45 seconds just like looking. I'm like, why are we doing this?
I know. Yeah, I mean, it was as like someone who was watching these movies over the years, it was fun to see them show back up.
No, yeah, I like seeing them. I just
Yeah.
don't like how I saw them.
Because
Yeah, because they old.
when did 3 come out?
2003, I think.
So like 18 years.
21 years.
Wow.
Oh, it
It's
was,
yeah.
because it was 2022 was 9, I think. Or no, 2021.
2021. Yeah. So
Yes.
Are they still in Tokyo though? Because that's where I got confused.
No,
where-
No, they were in Cologne,
Yeah.
Germany.
Why? Doing the rocket
Um,
thing?
Because he was like being a rocket scientist, the friend, and that's where you do it, I
Mm,
guess.
Makes perfect sense. Love it. What else do I have on here that just makes perfect sense? Oh yeah, the flashback of Dom and his dad and Jacob in the garage,
Mhm.
and his dad's in that cutoff shirt, those are not his real arms. I'm telling you that right now. There's no way, like, so, like, oiled and veiny. I was like, ew, what are y'all? I get it, but, like, just tone it down. It looks like this aggressive, scary dick just on his arm.
This is an edible note for sure.
Yeah. I saw it and I was like, I don't like this.
Oh, his arms are freaking me out. I got to write this down.
It's just poor CGI. You said this movie came out, like, what,
2 years ago.
2 years ago?
yeah, 3
Get-
years ago.
3 years.
Get it together.
Yeah. It was actually made in 2019. It was supposed to come out in 2020, and then they pushed it to 2021.
Renesmee looks more real than those arms. Just saying. Oh my god. Oh, Cardi B. That was,
Oh,
Yeah,
that
that was
was
fun,
right?
awesome. Yeah, the whole sequence that starts with Queenie and the robbery, and then the drive, and then they go to that party with all the people dressed in white,
Mhm.
and then and then all of that was awesome, and then the Cardi B breaking him out thing, or arresting him.
Was Queenie though like turning him in?
She got paid to bring him in.
But
Yeah.
she was like, "Hey, I'm doing this," and he was like, "Perfect."
Because he wanted her to bring him. That's why
Jacob-
he went there.
Yeah, Jacob paid Queenie to steal a device and then to bring him Dom when Dom showed up.
It's crazy
Yeah.
because Dom would have just showed up for free. Like
Yeah.
Queenie just got a check. Like good for
Yeah.
her.
Yeah, exactly.
Good for her. Yeah. Way to go, Queenie.
So
Mm.
funny. I love her character. She's in 10, right? I
Yeah.
can't remember.
Yeah.
It's a brief
She's-
scene, I think.
Yeah. She has become, I think, the mother to all, basically. She is the mom of this family, even though she is a super unofficial member. But anytime Dom needs some sort of guidance, she's kind of a core that he kind of goes to.
Yeah.
Hey, he is too close to his mother. Then like, I'm going to talk about that. Like when he was behind her, like whispering stuff. I was like,
I know. I
Calm
thought they were
down.
gonna bang.
I thought too. I was like, she's going to turn around, and here we go.
Here we go.
I want to see a Queenie spinoff.
Yes.
I would love to see, like, yeah,
Hobbs
Queenie-
and Shaw, but it's Helen Mirren
Yeah.
Mhm.
and The Rock. That would be incredible.
How would that? He can't.
Hobbs and Shaws.
I like it.
Have we
Yeah.
seen her in a fight scene though, or is she just always pew pew?
She
She hasn't done any of
She
that.
hasn't
She's
done a
just-
fight
she
scene
just
in a long
walks
time.
around.
She's just so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Helen Mirren has done stunts and stuff before.
I mean, she
pretty
was
sure.
in that movie. Wasn't she in Red? That movie
I
with
don't
Bruce
remember if
Willis.
she was she?
Red and Red 2, I think she was
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
That was kind of what I was thinking she was probably in. I just couldn't recall.
Yeah.
But she came up doing like British spy television series and
Oh,
stuff.
did she now in
Yeah.
it?
I think she was in a show called MI6. I think is what it was.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, what else? What else is on your list?
I think that's it.
Really?
The movie, it's not the best, but it's not. I think it is my worst.
Yeah.
I think I like the Brazilian one, the Pirates of the Caribbean and Ocean's 11. They do
Yeah.
on that one.
That
Which
one's
one?
fun, right?
They still
that's
with
say
five.
with the safe?
5, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you like it because get ready for 10. 10, we meet some new characters. We meet their Dom and Mia and Jacob's grandmother.
Yeah.
Played by Rita Moreno. EGOT winner, not just an
Oh,
Oscar winner.
I know Rita.
Rita Moreno? No, you don't. She was in
I
West Side
think
Story.
we've literally talked about this before on the pod.
Probably. Rita Moreno she's like an EGOT winner, meaning she has an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony.
Yep.
She shows up and obviously, Jason Momoa is like God's gift to Fast and Furious.
Really?
You'll
Yeah.
see.
He's so good.
Yeah, it's exactly what we needed. Shaw's back for the whole thing, which is like fantastic.
There,
Um,
yeah, and there's like you mentioned that Cypher's back.
Cypher's back. She's not in the whole thing, but she's a big part of the beginning. Or no, she is a big part in it.
She's not a huge part of the plot, though.
Yeah.
She is in the movie. She's not a huge.
They're
Like,
teeing
driver
her
of
up for
plot.
the next one though, big
Yeah.
time. But she's got good hair this time,
We'll see.
believe it
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah.
Becky.
Becky.
I'm excited to watch that one again. Actually, I've been looking forward to it ever since we started this journey, restarted this journey with you. We're gonna have to figure out what to talk about after next week, though. I guess.
We're so smart. We'll get it together.
Yeah, we'll just start watching it over again.
When does 11 come out though?
2025.
Okay, that's not a super long wait.
Yeah, it's
No.
like a year.
Okay.
There's enough time.
Maybe
Just-
have they started filming?
Yeah, they're filming
Okay,
now.
cool.
I feel like they would have to. That's a lot of shit that they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're done though.
No, supposedly it's 2 more. It was gonna be a 2-part finale, and now it's supposedly a 3-part finale.
They're insane.
I know. I love it.
But
Keep it coming.
how I've not seen Vin Diesel in a while, and this one he looks old. His
Yeah.
body is not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just there's no legs, and it's just top heavy right now for him.
Yeah, yeah, and then they show him, like, you see him, like, at the beach, and he's all, like, not in great shape,
Hmm.
but whatever.
He's a man of a certain age.
Yeah.
He's
He
a
does-
dad now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's, like,
He's-
probably 50, right?
Yeah, he's in his 50s, I think.
Let's see. Vin Diesel
Late
age.
50s?
I'm gonna say 50.
56.
I was going to say, yeah.
Oh.
Dang, that's almost 60. He's 5 years older than The
You.
Rock.
What?
Rude. He's 10 years older than John Cena. That's crazy.
John Cena looked kind of old in that too.
Yeah.
His wrinkles are deep. They
Mhm.
they do a triangle thing that's kind of interesting.
The
Mhm.
other thing to note is the Jolene put it really well when she said the villain to hero pipeline, and that's which you've seen now where the villains become turned into heroes or whatever. Like Shaw is now a good guy, and
Yeah.
like The Rock was a bad guy technically to a
Yeah.
good guy,
He
and
was
like
an adversary.
but Jacob is now a good guy. So in the next movie, he's like part of the team.
They're redeemers.
Yeah,
I just this family has just grown so much.
I know. I don't think it's gonna happen with Jason Momoa though. He's a little too cray
Really?
for the hero. Yeah,
We'll
he's,
see.
Okay.
He's a psychopath. It's
We'll see.
amazing.
I mean,
Crazier things have happened.
crazy. I mean, they
Yeah.
all thought Shaw killed like one of their best friends, and then
I know. I
within a-
love that they retconned Han's death 3 times. Like they killed him in 3,
Hmm.
then they killed him again, or like they were like, never
They, like,
mind.
expanded on
this
it.
was before.
yeah,
That was later, and then they killed him again, and then they expanded on it and had Shaw be the one that killed him, and then they were like, "J.K. He was
he wasn't dead.
he was actually a secret agent."
Mr. Nobody.
So the whole time he was hanging out with those high school kids, drifting, he was
drifting.
actually a secret agent
that was hanging with the
Yeah.
kids was just his pastime.
because he went to that house where
Yeah.
he stole that tech and rescued that girl right before he was killed,
Yes.
and then so he's like, okay, I gotta go back and hang out with these high school kids.
I didn't understand whenever he was rescuing the girl.
Yeah,
That whole scene, he definitely died. Like he was on the ground and they were shooting him.
yeah.
And it's like, did this little 12-year-old drag you out? And
Well, he killed the rest of them. The rest of them dropped at the end of the scene.
I know, but that fight scene was so bad.
I
I was
know.
like, y'all do so much, and then you just gave me like a back shot. What is this?
Yeah, I know. I know.
Mm-mm.
I did like Han's fight scene on the truck where he was fighting that one guy and there was the magnet on the thing and he
Mhm.
kept trying to stab him, but the knives were fun. I don't know. That whole sequence with Mia and Han I thought was really good, where they drove the car and then they flipped it around and then magnetized it to it.
Yeah, those magnums were dumb.
Yeah.
Not magnums,
Yeah.
but magnets.
Magnets, how do they work? Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's our Fast and Furious 9 recap. Ooh. Yeah.
Bang your head on the table.
I guess what else is there to talk about other than, a little segment we like to call Core's Corner. Core Corner?
Yeah.
Core Corner.
Yay. All right. So my corner is really short and depressing because of you, really.
Me?
So, yeah.
Oh, cool.
You got in my head about Ravnica and the world
Ravnica.
for April. You can't, the first day, Ravner, where it's bad to go travel. What
Mercury Retrograde?
the f- yeah.
Retrograde.
Retrograde. Ravnica is the name of a Magic the Gathering set.
It's all dumb. Okay. So, Renegade. What the fuck did you just say?
Retrograde.
Retrograde. You got in my head about it, and like I told you, I leave in the morning, gonna go to the river, and I had this big rafting trip
Yeah.
planned,
Yeah.
and I canceled it
What?
because I also got informed that this river is like one of like people drown in it all the time,
Oh my god.
and I was
Oh,
like, I
no.
can't go in there with the
Mercury and
Retrograde.
retrograde.
retrograde,
I
and
honestly
then this.
don't think retrograde would affect that.
But you don't
necessarily.
travel.
Yeah,
you literally
I mean,
travel down a river.
I was scared. I was also high and impaired, and I was like, I can't do it. I'll never come back. Like I won't do it. And it's what's fucked up is like as you get into this town, there's a giant sign of how many people have drowned in the river.
Oh,
Oh my
Jesus.
God.
And I think they're up at like 400 since like 80s or something. But I'm like, why would you do that? Welcome to Kern Valley. 400 people died there.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I'm just going to sit by a fire,
Okay.
I mean, that sounds nice.
be aware of my surroundings.
Here's a little
And yeah.
thing.
Is
in-
Molly going with you? Molly's
No,
going with you.
no, I'm
No?
going alone. No, yeah, of course. I
Of
know.
I
course
don't
she
know.
is.
You just said you're just going to sit by a fire.
Um,
Not we.
here's
I.
something I found on Vogue, Australia about Mercury retrograde, and it's like for an Aries, which is you, yes. You're going through a lot this year with the cosmos throwing life-correcting eclipses at you, and with the moon's north node of destiny in your sign too. Did you know that?
Whenever you start doing that, I can see like you like lighting an incense and you're just, what is it? Are you saging it?
Saging,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. He's saging
You're
right now.
also playing host to Chiron, the comet that's putting you in touch with your vulnerability in a big and healing way.
Ugh.
So with Mercury retrograde also joining the planetary party in your sign, the message coming through loud and clear is about rethinking who you are. Okay.
Okay.
Better still, being who you are authentically rather than the usual "I've got this" image you tend to present to others. Be prepared to get things wrong. Own a bad hair day, which you're used to. Be less than
Whoa. Okay.
be less than on point with your fashion choices, and hold an unpopular opinion. Well, that should be easy for you too.
God, you and Mercury are
the-
just sound like a cunt.
The cosmic lesson now is to accept and embrace your flaws and to be more accepting of other people's frailties too.
Now, genuine question.
Mm-hmm.
Are the signs the same south of the hemisphere?
Ooh.
Are you in Aries in the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere?
It's had dates. It
And
said
they
April
match?
20th.
Oh, okay, cool.
It was like March something to April 20th.
I just wasn't sure.
Yeah, that was a good question. I was like, that made me think.
Yeah, it's kind of like how the toilet water goes a different direction down there. Maybe the signs are all wackadoo also.
So are we going to start reading each other's horoscopes during this and check in with each
No,
other?
I don't
God.
believe in that shit.
You just read that to me.
I know, but like I just want to get in your head a little more.
Yeah, well, I might not
Aries,
even-
you might discover a desire to reconnect with people you've lost touch with in the recent months or years. Approach them kindly to establish a new relationship. You may find that it is wise to test the waters before being too forceful in your communication to ensure you're both on the same foot.
Oh, is that about my dad texting me at 2:47 in the morning?
There you go. Well, it wasn't retrograde yet,
Oh, yeah.
so
No.
you're safe.
Thank God.
What not to do, and this is still your corner, so you
Yeah, no.
please.
No, yeah, I'm enjoying what you're doing. I guess.
Getting in Coral's head during Coral's corner.
I know, which is it doesn't take much. If I'm under the influence, I kind of get like
Petty.
paranoid.
Yeah.
I don't hug a post, so there's that.
This
Mm,
happened
cry.
one time. One time.
It was pretty.
I smoked a doobie,
Memorable.
and like I don't smoke doobies, okay?
Mm-mm.
And I did, and it just doesn't go well.
I don't think you did it right.
Probably not.
No.
While Mercury is in retrograde and you're concerned about what it could mean for you, it may be beneficial to focus on self-care and taking things slow. Don't make any big decisions or start any new projects until after the cycle has ended. Additionally, try to avoid getting into arguments or confrontations with anyone, as misunderstandings may be more likely during this period or emotions may be heightened. Furthermore, if you feel overwhelmed by your emotions and stress levels are high, take a break and practice some deep breathing exercises or meditation to help relax your mind and body. Things to do. Take time.
Oh my God.
Take time for reflection. What? I'm trying to help her out here.
Ay, Dios mío.
Oh my God, you're making me
This
so
is-
upset.
Take time. Listen to this. This is important.
This
Here,
is why
hold one of
therapy
these
isn't
crystals.
real.
Hold
You're
one of these
therapying
crystals.
me right now. Fuck you. I'm so sweaty.
Okay, things to do.
He's gonna be the reason I break retrograde.
I know.
Things to do. Take time for reflection. Practice self-care.
Get
okay?
the crystal off your
Be
face.
mindful of emotions and reactions. Plan ahead and allow extra time for tasks.
I don't want to do any of that.
Okay, things not to do.
Now I'm mad.
Ready? Don't make any major life changes or decisions during this period if you feel you're in a heightened emotional state. Okay, that should be easy. Although you're talking about moving into a new apartment.
I guess I can't now.
Avoid getting into arguments with people.
Oh.
Oh.
Try not to take things too personally.
Mm.
Oh, avoid starting new projects that require a lot of effort or energy.
You
Alright.
said so much, but the same thing.
I know, it was the same
It's
thing
like
over and over
all
again.
the same. Yeah.
It didn't really say anything about travel. I mean, I think generally going rafting down a river that a lot of people die in is probably not a good thing to do, like, ever.
Do you not like rafting?
No.
Why? Because you
I
broke
mean,
your elbows.
no, I'll
Well.
do it at Disneyland, maybe.
That's not the same.
Yeah.
What rafting ride do they have at Disney? The Jurassic Park? No.
No.
They've got they don't
Big-
have it anymore.
Big Bear Mountain or
yeah,
whatever.
I don't think that's a thing anymore, right?
That's
Yeah, they changed
California
it.
Adventure, right?
No, that was Disneyland. That's over near Nemo.
Oh.
Anyways,
I
I'm
think.
not going rafting, guys. I can't do it. I'm old now, so I'm just gonna take a moment and
I know you're 30.
sit by the fire and have a marshmallow. Molly will be there. Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
That sounds
It sounds pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
You're
we're
gonna
gonna,
stargaze.
yeah.
You're gonna go whale watching. That's something lesbians like, right?
What do you mean? They're whale watching?
I don't know.
Everybody loves whale watching, you
Sure-
jackass.
Sure,
God.
sure.
All right, get me out of my corner.
Wait, now I'm going deeper into this.
Oh
hole.
my god.
Don't we have someone
Don't-
that throws bones?
Oh,
Mystic
yeah,
Dylan.
Mystic Dylan.
Mm,
Yeah, except his place burned down, and then he reopened it.
I thought.
Yeah.
Didn't you have something funny to say about that?
No, I have nothing funny to say about anything.
yeah.
Don't curse me.
Avoid traveling a lot. If you can't put certain trips on hold, just be aware that you can expect an unusual amount of last-minute flight cancellations, meeting postponements, and long transportation delays. Allow extra time when traveling. Make sure your bags are very secure. Take extra precaution.
I'm gonna shove this cortisone up his ass. Shut up.
Take extra precautions because during this time they may be more likely to be lost or stolen. Reconfirm your reservations,
keep
appointments,
going.
and addresses for your meetings as delays and cancellations
We're
may be
so
expected.
sorry, everybody.
I'm just trying to help.
And if y'all are out there listening and you want to know what your retrograde is, just call in.
Yeah.
Let us know, and Jeff will read it for 45 minutes.
Oh, don't repair your auto. It says
My auto would.
your car.
He's just feeling like I'm
Yeah.
paranoia right now. Like, stop doing that.
It's like, oh, don't file your taxes.
Yeah, it says don't. It says don't buy a computer. Literally, that's weird.
I have no idea how to use a computer.
I know.
I manage somehow at work. I actually
Yeah.
used Microsoft Word today by myself.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was like, put a picture in there and
First
printed
time?
it. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
30
Wow.
and flirty and thriving, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Whatever
I think
they
it's
say.
40, 30. Wait,
No.
40, flirty.
With Jessica Gardner, the lecture girl.
40, flirty, and thriving.
Dying. I am
Is what they say.
literally dying.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm so sorry.
His retrograde is out. Just give him a
Yeah.
moment.
You're just jealous that I've been massaging my chakras with this.
This would have been the one to film because this
I know.
everyone needs to see what
Now there's
shit
a
we have
prop.
to do.
I know. I'm like massaging my third eye, getting it nice and loose. You know what I mean?
Ugh.
God, don't do
Where,
that
how do I
sound.
end this? Wait, did we talk about programming at the store?
No.
We
We didn't
program.
talk about shit. Okay. I don't know. It's like what did we do? We did some stuff. Oh, we had the women's tournament on Saturday.
Yeah.
That was fun. That
Mhm.
was cool.
That was really
A lot of
fun.
people showed up. The trophies were fucking bomb. All the props and shit were bomb. The
Someone won the wardrobe contest, right?
yeah, I don't know
I didn't
who.
even know there was one.
Yeah, which was bullshit. They didn't even put me on the spinning wheel, and I was a fucking aquarium.
I'm
Wait, there was
sorry.
a spinning wheel?
Yeah, whenever we do like a contest, we just do like a random wheel on the TV,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
and then yeah,
Yeah. Joe does the digital one.
Oh.
Yeah.
it's fine. Yeah.
And then what else? Oh, Saturday was that Commander night. Also, it fucking rained all weekend. It was
Mhm.
Easter. Sunday was Coral's birthday. Which was I think we should have cake every Sunday.
I think we should. Kinsey almost threw off the vibe though.
Yeah, because
I-
she was there and she was trying to make Coral work.
Not just me; she was working, and me and Scotty were like, "Don't! What the fuck are you
What
doing?"
are you doing? This is Sunday.
It literally says Wild West
It's
on
the
the board.
Lord's Day.
Yeah, like
And then this week, Tuesday, we had Patton and Jordan on the stream,
Yeah.
which I'm sure was hilarious.
I'm sure it was.
Thursday tonight is our very first Mario Kart tournament, or our very first retro video game tournament of the month with Mario Kart, which Coral is supposed to be
There.
Hosting?
doing, but she's not.
Don't worry, I'll be drowning in a river.
And John is supposed to also be hosting, but he will be in San Francisco, so we're just gonna wing it. Friday is draft night. Sunday we're having a big old sale.
Dope.
Right? Yeah, it's Return of the Blowout. It's a blowout, backdoor blowout.
Come get your
returns.
backdoor blown.
Yeah, I got a flyer. I got to post and everything. It's a backdoor blowout returns, but we'll see how we're gonna do that because Coral won't be here, and we're understaffed, so it might be a tricky one.
Why are we so understaffed?
That's a different podcast. That's for the OnlyFans.
Okay.
So yeah, we've got a lot going on. I don't even know what's going on. I spent the entire day today just cleaning and throwing things away. It was fantastic.
By throwing things away, do you mean just stacking them in my office and then walking away?
No, there's a gigantic trash bag in the back that's filled with stuff. I only stacked a few things in your office.
So spring cleaning. Look at you.
Yeah, it's Mercury Retrograde, bitch. I'm cleaning this shit up. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
Anyway, on that note, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Shh.